Hi, Kyle. I thought it would be good to go through the course room with you because I can tell that you're finding it confusing. And so sometimes it's just nice to have somebody walk through it with you. So let me tell you that, first of all, each week, the things that are due for that week are posted on this sort of front announcements page. And so the very first week, these things were posted. And then it just, throughout the course of the semester, it just gets longer and longer. So you can always go back and see what was due the week before in case you missed something. The other thing I want to point out is that the course is configured in modules, and they go week by week. So the very first week, there's a page, and see how it says must view this page? When you click on that, it gives you a description of what's due by Wednesday, what's due by Sunday. It tells you exactly what you have to do. And at the bottom of every page, you can click next, and that will take you to the next page. So this first week, there was the syllabus, where when you click on the syllabus, you have this page that opens. And on the fourth page, it tells you that the main posts for discussion forums are due by Wednesday night, and replies to classmates are due by Sunday. So I know that you asked, why is it that the due date shows Sunday? And that's because in a discussion forum is a two-part assignment, and Canvas won't allow you to assign two due dates to one assignment. So the due date that shows is the final due date, which is Sunday. Students have to remember that the main post is due by Wednesday. And then this is also repeated again on the ground rules handout. Post your initial post between Monday and Wednesday. Post your replies to classmates between Wednesday and Sunday. So that's in both of those places, so that when you take the ground rules exam, you're prepared with that information and all the other information that's related to the class. So if you did not read those two documents, you definitely want to access those two documents. When you click next, it takes you to the ground rules exam. Once you get that done, it takes you to this discussion forum, which is not going to open. You can see it, but you're not actually going to be able to hit reply. You're not going to be able to hit reply until you have looked at all the folders before it and done the quiz that's before it. After that, the reply section will open. And then when you click next assignment, you see the next assignment, which was an extra credit assignment. So you can actually go through the entire system by clicking next, and each time a new folder is going to open, is going to give you information about either what's about to happen or information on the assignment that's due. I would always rely heavily on modules because it really does tell you when everything is due. The only thing that you have to remember is that your main post in each discussion forum is actually due on Wednesday, and your replies to classmates are due on Sunday. So really, all the dates are listed. It's just you have to remember that main posts are due on Wednesday. And then you can see that, as we go through the semester, the weeks are labeled. And if you're ever wondering, like what week we're on, you can actually look at the date. You can look at the date here, or you can always check the home page. And the home page is going to tell you where we are in any given week. Okay? So I hope that helps. I'm sorry that I can't put in the interim due dates for the main post in the discussion forums. That's Canvas just is not set up that way. But it is true that every Wednesday night, or almost every Wednesday night, there's a discussion forum. Some weeks, let's go back and look at modules, and let's take a look at those weeks. some weeks you have bigger assignments that are due, like your recorded speeches, like last week. Let's see. Last week was your self-introduction speech. So you didn't have a discussion forum last week. You only had your outline and your video that were due Sunday evening. This week, the discussion forums resume. So even though it's showing October 11th, you know that your main post is due on Wednesday night. Your replies to classmates are due on Sunday. And if you come down, you'll see that, let's see. There's your proctored midterm, so that's a week, I think. Yeah, your midterm is actually in week 8, so you still do have assignments during week 8. But let's look at week 7. That's when you actually turn in your speech and your outline and your speech. So you would not have a discussion forum that week. So anyway, to make a long story short, or to make this video even longer, I would rely heavily on the modules page. The dates are listed. The only due dates that are not listed are the main post and discussion forums, which are due Wednesday nights. And many of the folders are set up to be sequential. That's so that I know you're going to have to read the directions before you can submit an assignment or post in the discussion forum. And so, you know, just know that if you're having trouble submitting something or having trouble posting something, it's probably because you did not open the folder before it. Okay? So I hope this helps. I'm sorry that you found it confusing up to now. But, you know, you're always welcome to email me with questions. I will tell you, in regard to discussion forums, let's look at using words well. The only place that you should be posting is after you read the directions for the discussion forum. You should be posting right here where it says reply. So that's the only place where you should be posting submissions for discussion forums. So I hope that clarifies that. Well, let me know if you have any other questions, okay? Hopefully things will go better for you now. And, you know, you feel free to email me anytime with questions and I'll get back to you usually pretty quickly. All right? Okay, Kyle, thank you for watching this.